What's up everyone, it's your girl Shay here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And this video is going to be another book review, and the book this time is going to be on the book Haunted Hollywood by Loey Lane. Now I decided to get this book because it is but it was written by one of my favorite YouTubers, Loey Lane. And I found out she was coming out with this book, and I just really wanted to read it. I like reading books by YouTubers, whether they're autobiographical books or if they're just fantasy books. Although I'll be honest, I haven't read Joey Graceffa's Eden yet. I don't know if I'm gonna ever get to it, but it does sound interesting. Now, on Loey Lane's YouTube channel, she mostly does like spooky videos, or she does like makeup hauls and stuff like that. I mostly like watching her videos when she does like paranormal-y videos. I don't know why, but I just find them very interesting. So this book, of course, deals with the paranormal. Now, in this book, Loey Lane, which is herself, ends up landing a photo shoot at the infamous Roosevelt Hotel in Los Angeles. Now, Loey Lane is originally in Kansas, so she ends up having to fly to Los Angeles, and the adventure kind of starts from there. She ends up having to take a room at the bungalow, which is where Marilyn Monroe stayed. And there's a rumor going on around the hotel that number one, it's haunted, and that number two, there's a ghost at the hotel that if you see her, that you will be the next to die. Now, basically, Loey ends up seeing this ghost, and she has to try and figure out the mystery behind it before she dies. Not only that, but there's also some weirdness going on regarding the photographer that is taking the photos, as well as the other models that are there whom are going to be in the background for this shoot. Now, Loey's friends fly in to basically help her out with this mystery and to kind of calm her down, as well as two ghost hunters who also have a YouTube channel to also find out about the mysteries going on around the Roosevelt Hotel. Not only that, but you also have a little bit of a love story or romance going on between Loey and one of the brothers, a part of the duo that does the ghost hunting. Now, as far as how long it took me to read this book, it took me about maybe 3 or 4 days to read this book, mostly because of the fact that I had work at the time, and I also was spending time with my friends and family and also with my boyfriend. So I wasn't able to read as much as I would have liked, or read it as fast as I would have liked, but I did end up finishing this book. It has a total of 38 chapters with about 213 pages, so it's a fairly short book, so you can get through this pretty quickly. Not only that, but the chapters are quite short. Some chapters are about 5 pages, with I think one is the shortest of being 2 pages, so they're short. Overall, what I thought about this book is it had moments where it was thoroughly entertaining, but it did have moments where I kind of started to roll my eyes, or I ended up thinking that this book shouldn't be in the YA or young adults reading section. It actually, to me, could have been even a middle grade novel, just because of how it was written and the voice and tone of the writer while reading it. So it didn't come off as being a YA novel. The only reason why I could see it being a YA novel was just due to some of the some of the topics that are discussed in the book, from like body image issues to some alcohol drinking, as well as some talk of hooking up. There's a few curse words in here, but nothing too big. But I feel like that's the only reason why it was graded as a YA novel. In some ways, I didn't enjoy this book. It didn't get to like a really good part, and there's parts of the book where I didn't get it. So they always, throughout the course of this book, there's always talks of Marilyn Monroe and how she's iconic. And yes, Marilyn Monroe is very, very iconic, especially to like American history in general. But there's talks of her in this book. But the thing is, though, there wasn't enough to the point where I felt like it needed to be a huge portion of the book. And there's a certain part of the book, especially towards the end, where you're just kind of like, where did that even come from? Like I said before, it is a mystery novel also, because she's trying to figure out what happened at this hotel and also the reason behind these hauntings. But the mystery in and of itself didn't make me like want to read it to the last page, to be honest. The mystery in and of itself was very kind of meh. It wasn't like, oh my god, a page turner where you want to find out what happens at the end. It was mostly just like, I think this is okay. That's kind of how it came off to me. It was kind of predictable also with the mystery. Also, when it comes to the ending, it wasn't anything shocking. So overall, I would say if I had to give this book a rating, I think on Goodreads, I gave it the rating of about 1 star, maybe 2 stars mostly. I feel bad though about giving this book such a low rating. Since I do like Loey Lane, I think she's a wonderful YouTuber, but this book was just not it. I looked everywhere for this book when it first came out, so like, oh my god, I have to read it. And then when I started reading it, I thought it was okay, I thought it was pretty cool, but it just wasn't it. So if you're looking for like that mystery kind of paranormal book that kind of will scare you a little bit, this is not the book to go for. There's other books that I feel like will do that kind of a lot better. It was kind of an entertaining story just because it was like that fiction story, but I feel like the romance aspect just came out of nowhere in some places. I feel like sometimes it was just a little bit too much dialogue between her and her friends and between others and things like that. There also was some aspects regarding social media, like her sending out messages to her like fans on Twitter and stuff like that, and it was just, I don't know, it was just a lot. So I didn't enjoy this book as much as I thought of. Loey Lane, I hope you come out with another book. I really hope you do better on your second book. Please keep trying and coming out with more books. I would love for you to do a book based off of your paranormal experiences, but maybe not anything fiction again, because this to me just did not work. But overall, that is my review on this book. If you haven't read it, I kind of suggest reading it just because so you can get your own opinion based off the book. But if you're looking for something like I said before, that's paranormal and scary and mystery, this is not the book to go for. But overall, there's my review. I hope you guys enjoy it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll come out with a new video for you guys once again pretty soon. So yeah, enjoy. Bye.